Kenshi is a game, perhaps one of the games of all time. And time is intangible. Time is immortal, but at the same time, it dies too quickly. And death is permanent. We've all experienced death, and if you haven't, I hope you've got a pair of shitting pants, because someday you're gonna need them. Shoot, today may be that day, and if it is or was, I truly am sorry for you. Those we lose, we'll never forget, because if they were worth keeping, we don't let them go. Friends, family, or even just acquaintances. Everybody will hear the fat lady sing, and our heroes are no different. But with death comes life. New life that gets a chance. What chance, you ask? The chance to live? Or perhaps the chance to die? Welcome to episode 4 of my ever-continuing story of if I ever raise an army and eliminate every faction in Kenshi. You know the drill, or pick I guess. Do drills exist in Kenshi? We start our episode off the same way most of them have, mining. Raiden is stationed in the shop trying to sell copper because we're poor. She's denied because they hate us. Oh well, she walks over to the cripple and gives her the nutrition cube.
Yummers.
We can't have slithering Standy starve. She's all too important. Meanwhile, those with both legs are mining. Like explained earlier, we are poor. While the gang was mining, Shredder Cheese with a Z began to show his usefulness and chopped down a guy with one hit. The other guy had a feather sword, I swear. Phil took his friends on a walk and killed a fat pink mass of weirdness for fun, and when he got back to Outer HQ, he stuffed its body in a toy chest. As he stepped out of the party for some fresh air, everybody's favorite pungent asshole showed up, and we weren't gonna let them leave unscathed. Attack unprovoked?
Of course, pal. Whatever you think is best.
After the slobber knocking delivered to the starving bandits, we finally had a fight where we achieved victory. We didn't have a single man down. Just as I finished reveling in my success, a group of hungry wasps started. Those are slavers. I was gonna use them as practice dummies, but sure, you guys can have them. I did a quick scan in VATS, aka my mind, and came to the conclusion that we were outnumbered, and we all know how much numbers scare me, so this fight was one I would avoid. As far as avoidance went, so did we. To where, you ask? Well, Phil found this really cool toilet. Hopefully a head doesn't pop out. Just kidding, we really left to find a fight to get into. Don't worry guys, we got him. Well, that wasn't expected. Anyways, we really left to get a recruit, and I knew of one in a place called Waystation. I went inside the bar there and made a new friend. I called him Zim, and said it was good. With a new set of arms on the team, we were en route to meet up with the rest of the group. Rain's molecular structure failed in her arm when a dog introduced its pearly chompers. We picked up Zim and went straight back to truckering. Once we got there, it became Zim's responsibility to hold the dead weight known as Sandy Ass. He would also serve as Team A's medic. Now Zim was feeling a little homesick, so I sent Team A to a nearby hive. Maybe he would stop being a little bitch once he realized he's better off in a life of servitude to Phil. We got in range and saw some freak things. They were getting giddy in a nearby group of drones. We are a great team, not to brag, but a beak thing? Like, those are no joke. At least now, they're a force to be reckoned with. We treaded lightly through the town, for stirring up the beak thing salads wouldn't be possible without the loss of a digit. Oh yeah, by the way, I lied. Zim doesn't have a home. He's a fictional character in a video game. The actual thing we were here for is some of that sweet succulent hive tech. Mainly electronic limbs, and boy howdy did we find some. And to answer that rhetorical, no, we didn't. Turns out the one guy that could sell us robotic limbs is a passionate racist. I didn't want to walk away empty-handed, so I went to loot the gorilla type thing for its exotic meat. The beak thing that killed it also ate it, and by the time I figured that out, Zim got cracked by a different beak thing. All we could do is wait for it to leave. Rest in piss, brave colony drone. I'm sure you'll be missed by somebody somewhere. We went to regroup under the hive's porch, and out of the blue, a beak thing rushed the group. To combat this, I simply ran inside and told everyone there was free hamburgers outside for high school graduates. Funny how quickly the beak thing changed its mind. Yeah, run away, pussy. For one reason or the other, the beak things hated us. We tried to hit the res, but a beak thing spawned behind Rain, and so we would need Sandy to heal up both herself and Zim. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in the person who can't keep her leg in her pants. Once she was successful in that, Kang would begin the rescue operation, starting with Zim and leaving Sandy to fend for herself. After the harsh encounters with the bug people and the beak things, the group came to conclude that place wasn't their cup of tea, so an evacuation was in order. We just had to get beyond the tree line, then we'd be safe. After that adventure, it was time to return to the hub to meet with the rest of our heroes.
Bill must have taken a wrong turn somewhere because he ended up at another hive colony. You silly little guy, you. Always... Wait, are those exactly what I was looking for in the other hive? What a coincidence! We used what little funds we had to buy Rain an economy arm and Sandy an economy leg. I swear if you lose this one, we're killing you off. As we ran through the desert, the newbie Zim lagged behind, but Sandy didn't even try to catch up. Amongst her lack in closeness, she found herself in battle. The dust bandits cut her down to size almost immediately. We weren't going to let that slide, so I sent Kang, my strongest warrior, after the dust bandits. Sandy fell only about 1.5 miles from her teammates. Kang got there and I pulled him back because I wanted to make the fight just a little bit more fair. After the guards had taken the majority of the bandits out, it was finally a fair fight, as long as Kang could land a final blow. Shit! Even with all this extra time, Sandy was still on the track to catching up with her homebo Leos. But wait a minute, this isn't the hub, TM. This is Squin. I'm starting to think that Phil isn't the best navigator. Or any kind of gator, for that matter. What a fraud. Because of this, Spade made it her mission to meet with Phil, instead of letting the mumbling idiot find her first. Spade arrived, got searched in all the wrong places, and continued into the city to meet with the X-Men. Shoot, that's a good name. Why didn't I think of that? Now more unified than ever, we would do what we were so great at, make money. While mining, we would have the occasional bandit attack, or we'd be caught fighting the pink things. We knew how to handle ourselves now. With the money saved up from the off-screen mining, we purchased another person from the brothels of Squin. Her name is Katie. She saw a coughing dust bandit boss and immediately thought, kill. Yeah, she's one of us alright. I think at this point it's safe to say we have a small army. Along with our advancement, arms and legs and whatnot, we also had quite the allowance saved up, so I bought Zim a cool leather jacket and some pants. Now he's snazzy. We got information and headed for a town called Stoat. Because I was denied the sale of my copper at an earlier date, and because it was along our path, I wondered if we could take the rebels' outpost just outside the hub. We posted up and I couldn't help but feel like this image goes hard as fuck. I proceeded to not save because that would violate my rules of no time travel that I just made up just now. I named the file fuckshit because that's exactly what we were about to be up to. And we would continue to the checkpoint to show a fella or two that we are respectable businessmen and deserve to be treated as such. I didn't want to attack the merchant because first of all, he's definitely weaker, right? And second of all, it was under the protection of the ninja, so they had to go first. The fight started and after a few seconds, it was Phil and the ninja guard, duking it out mano-y-mano. Meanwhile, a large portion of my troops stood outside to keep things at least somewhat balanced. I sent Hep, Ruka, and Rain to help Phil after he fell in battle. Still, we were kicking ass, even if we were having ours served on a silver platter back to us. The guard got brave and decided to take things under the street light. Unbeknownst to them, there was a whole armada outside waiting. After falling the last enemy, we got our medics to heal up the fallen. Now we would just have to wait until we could all walk away. The ninja would get up from time to time to try and get back at us, but we outnumbered them, so it really wasn't an issue. A few minutes later, some of us had the strength to stand up and steal things, and others have the strength to be carried and placed in beds to speed up their healing. It was time to make like a tree and get out of here, as Dark Viper AU once said, and I was running out of patience. A thing you guys watching must have a lot of, considering the amount of time episode 4 has taken to come out. Thanks for watching. Apparently Phil's patience has run dry too, as he tried to escape his responsibility as pack leader. Sadly, his herd wasn't quite ready to go without a leader, so they ran after him. Knowing full well he couldn't run forever, he turned around in defeat and accepted his role as main character. It wouldn't be too long, however, before the next wave of assfuckery would come a-knocking at our door. And it came in the form of bandits. To put it simply, we were getting a lot better at fighting. W's were becoming a lot more common. After the win, we left the area, contemplated getting another dog, and began the trek to Stout, our new home. Or was it Stoat? Whatever, same thing. And that brings us to the end of this year's episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. I put it off way too long and had to learn to use another editing software, DaVinci Resolve. If you guys enjoyed the video or learned anything, leave a like and subscribe maybe? If you didn't, that's fine too. Next video will be better, I promise. Oh yeah, and go give a few subs to my pal Pancake Turner, link in bio. I'm also giving away free invites to my Discord server in the bio. There's 10, so hurry up and get them while they're hot. My name is Past Normal. Have a good day.